Hi everyone, it's Peggy. Welcome to my page. We are on holiday or vacation, whichever one you say. So I am coming to you though because again, we're in Mexico, so lots of sun. I did get just a little bit through. It doesn't burn or hurt or anything. And I used the Celeste tinted moisturizer on my face, so I think it did a really good job. But many of you have asked, what is it like to have the tinted moisturizer under Piper Blue cream makeup? Let's see. Okay, we're going to start again. This is a Celeste product, so we're going to start with our tinted moisturizer. And again, it's so easy to use. See, it's on my hand, very creamy. This is shade number 2, which goes really, really well with me. So if you're around my skin tone, then this would be your shade. And again, I tend to be red due to rosacea, and it really could be that too, rather than the sun. But again, there's no stinging, it's not dry, so I'm not sure which it is. But I will say I was in the sun most of the day, and again, we're in Mexico, so you know, there's a lot of sun down here. So anyway, I'm just going to show you, again, we're putting the tinted moisturizer on first, and then I'm going to come back and put the cream makeup from Piper Blue because we're getting ready for dinner. So here we go with that. And we're just going to buff it on our face just a little bit, come down the neck. Now again, this is a moisturizer, has vitamin E, and it has SPF 25. So that's why I used it, and I think it did a super job on my face while I was in the sun today. Beautiful day in Mexico, not too terribly hot in the high was in like the high 70s and all, so it was really, really great to be here today. Okay, there you go. Now, this is the tinted moisturizer. As you can see, it gives a glow because of the moisture that's in it, that's good for your face, the hydrating, the vitamin E, and the sunscreen. So now we're going to come back with our Piper Blue. Piper Blue is a cream makeup system, totally organic. And it is the cleanest makeup that I found on the market that's a one compact system. So here you go. These are my shades. So I'm going to start with concealer. Concealer goes where the light hits your face, like between your eyebrows, down the center of your nose. And again, this is if you want to come back with a little contour, you're brightening it, but you can also contour it for the shape. And it just, see how it just already makes my nose look a little bit narrow than it actually is. And then we're gonna come and grab the Cupid's bow and the center of the chin. Most of your cream makeups, you apply exactly the same way. A little bit in the outer corner and inner corner of the eye, in outer corner, inner corner. There you go. That's it for the concealer or your brightening highlight if you're a Saint user. Now, I'm going to come with my contour, and I'm going to start right at that cheekbone to just below it and go up towards the top part of my ear. Again, start right at the outer corner of the eye and up towards the top part of my ear. There we go. Now, I'm going to put just a little bit right here and then come and catch my forehead. Okay, the beauty of Piper Blue is you get a bronzer as your first set of makeup. So you get a concealer, a main shade, a contour, a lip and a cheek, our blush, and a bronzer all in one. It's really a great value. Then we're going to come over here and just contour a little bit of this jowl to make it just a little sharper to where that puffiness is. Then I'm going to take my pinky and come right down the side of the nose, right on top, right next to where I put the concealer. Look how much narrower my nose looks. I mean, that's like just amazing to me. So once I get this blended, then I'm going to come back with my bronzer. So, well, you know what? I didn't put my main shade on. I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. We come back and we're going to grab my main shade. And the main shade is like a filler shade, and it goes where you don't have any other makeup. So we're just going to put that like around the cheek area, a little bit around the mouth area. It's hard for me to hold this up and do this. And again, this is terrible lighting, but that's okay. Let's get it done. Because I did have a lot of questions over the weekend, yesterday especially, as far as how does it work with the tinted moisturizer, because a lot of you do like to prime, and you can use the Celeste either BB cream or the tinted moisturizer. Tonight we're doing tinted moisturizer. Okay, so we have it there. We have our main shade on. There you go. So now we're going to come and we're going to blend. So again, I like to catch the lighter shades first and get them blended pretty well. Again, the lighting is like terrible in this bathroom, but that's okay. Oops, flip this bad girl around. There we go. The brush too, if you're interested in this brush, I have a link, so just say brush and I will send it to you. I think $11, you get 2 of these. I mean, it's a great value, and this is a really good brush. I like this brush a lot. There we go. Now let's come up here. I'm going to use my finger on my nose, the contour, and the concealer, just because I think that makes it a little bit easier. So let's come in here and give this a blend. There we go. Now let's catch the contour and give that. Remember, go all the way up into your hairline, because you don't want that scalp line showing. So go all the way up into your hairline. There we go. Now we'll come here and catch the contour. There we go. Now we're going to grab our lip and cheek, or for lack of a better word, lipstick, and our blush. Alrighty, so we're going to go right above the contour. I use a lot because I like color, so I get to be a little bit heavier handed than some. So this is strictly up to you. You know, you do you. Whatever you like, or how deep or dark you like it, that's how you should do it. I love this shade. So here we go. We're just going to tap this up. There we go. This is like a mauvey, I don't know, maybe brown, purpley brown, which is one of my favorite shades. I'm a real brown purple girl. There we go. Always be sure you've got your jawline blend in. There we go. Now we're going to come back and we're going to put our bronzer on. Now what I'm going to do is just tap into the bronzer and then just buff it on where the sun would kiss your face, where you would be sort of sunburned if you didn't use your sunscreen, or like I did, or your tinted moisturizer, BB cream, or just regular old sunscreen, if that's what you like. I like to catch the tip of the nose, the cheeks, and then the chin, because that's where I usually am red. I really think this redness is more rosacea from the sun than it is an actual sunburn, because again, I have no symptoms of the sunburn, and I did have the protection on all day long. So there we go. So that's the base, the basis, or the basic application, again, of Piper Blue. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do 2 shades. I'm going to do these 2 shades of eyeshadow. It's like a dark purple and a white. So let me grab my brush and tap into the dark purple, draw the line from the outer corner of the eye, and then we're just going to drag it over. Now these Piper Blue eyeshadows are very, very pigmented. So if you're not into a lot of color, you need to be really, really careful as far as tapping into them to put them on. Now, if you put too much, you can always blend it out. That's the other good part. Now, I'd only go about 3/4 the way over, because see how I have the hood right here? I like to just put a brightening shade, a brighter shade on that, simply because it makes it less noticeable, much, much less noticeable. So that's the whole thing there. And I like the crispness of the outer corner of the eye, but we may have to come back with this other one, this one, and clean that up just a little bit. And you can always tap it in with your finger if you need to. There we go. This is when I like to put my mascara on, because I'm going in with a very light shade. So I want to make sure that I don't make a super big mess. Like I got something right there that just won't blend. There we go. There we go. These eyeshadows by Piper Blue are beautiful, and they're very easy to work with. So the way I do my mascara is I coat the back side of the lash, or the top side, first. And then I come back and drag it through and do a little bit of a tight line. So I'm just gonna put it right up to the lash line, give it a jiggle and drag it up. Give it a jiggle and drag it up. You can always come back and do that final step of getting each lash covered, or coated, not covered, but coated. So we're just gonna continue to do this. There we go. Oops, I kicked the garbage can, I'm sorry. There we go. And again, this is such easy makeup to travel with, because I have a double palette from, a single palette from Piper Blue, but if you have a double one, everything I have with me, the eyeshadow and your full face, will fit in one compact. So that makes everything so much easier. There we go. Now, I do not put anything under my eye as far as any liner or mascara, simply because I have small eyes and it tends to make them look smaller than they are. So I don't put anything there. Again, if you like to do that and you like that look on you, then that's what you should do. I am all about doing what makes you look and feel pretty. Okay, now I'm going to use my pinky finger and go into this. It's like a pinky white, and we're just going to put it up here and then come back and blend that bad girl in. There we go. Now see how this doesn't accentuate that hood that I have right there in the corner of my eye. And that's one of the reasons that I really like putting the brighter shade, a lighter shade right there, as opposed to bringing the darker shade all the way over. Again, this is how I do it. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. If you prefer to do it another way, or to go all the way with your darker shade, I'm all about you do you. I'm just showing you what it looks like if you do what I do. There we go. All right, ladies, that's it. That is it. And I used Piper Blue, and I used, I'm sorry, that's BB cream, and I used Tinted moisturizer, and that's it. I'm ready for dinner, and I'm good to go. If you'd like the link, comment purple, and I'll send it to you. You have an absolutely fabulous rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.